Which hive did it come from? Well, hey folks, this is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Welcome back to another day in my 2020 beekeeping season, where I take you all the way from the winter on through to the next fall, here in my small operation in southeast Louisiana. And as always, this is not a how-to video. This is just me doing my thing, and how I do it with bees, and how I manage my colonies. But if you pick up any tips and tricks, that's great. And if you have any tips and tricks for me, be sure and leave them in the comment section. I did my daily walk through the bee yard. I'm breathing a little bit heavy because I just carried a whole bunch of stuff out here with me, because I didn't even stop by the barn to get my dolly. And of course, during my normal walkthrough, I see this when I'm actually at the barn. So it's not huge, but it's a couple pounds of bees. So the question is going to be, where did this come from? Is it one of mine? I'm telling you, I've had swarms in here that weren't mine. We went through most of the hives. The only ones I didn't go through were the splits with emergency queens. And they were all, I mean, that could be the only thing I could think. None of the other hives had swarm cells. Not close to being capped anyway. I saw a few cups. Might have had an egg or two, but I guess we'll find out when I do my we'll find out when I do my inspections as we go. So I got to get this thing in a box. It's about 4 in the afternoon. I want to get it done so I can go in and relax. All right, let's get started on this thing. All right, folks, I'm all set up, and got me a deep box. They could probably go in a nuke, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna put them in a deep because I'm gonna go ahead and transfer them to another location. All right, so I'm gonna do my scoop method. And I'm gonna dump them on this lid and hope I can find the queen. And what we do, get a good scoop of them. Dump them out. Look at it spreading out. But look at them all, they're just fanning now. They're just fanning. You can see them going in. And I'm watching. They're just fanning right now. She's not in that scoop. They smell the inside. There's some old comb in there and some beeswax. And all right, well, she's not in there. They're spread out for me. That was nice of them. The wonderful thing about my swarm trees, these little scrub oaks, is they're all encircled by briars. It takes me about 10 minutes to clear the briars out so I can work. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put them in the box so I can maybe get more to go in. They're easing in there, but let's take a few of these. Let's put them in the box. Let's get a few of them in there. I don't think these are mine. I don't see any of their name tags. Put name tags on all of mine. From my experience, when I do this, you can usually pick out the queen because she's moving quick. Take a look. They're easing on in. And then we got some clumped up over here. You can see them coming down the board. So they're interested in the smell. That's good. And that's a used box. That's a good amount of bees. Got the old eyeglasses on, the old reading glasses. So much easier with those. They're moving that away. They like to smell that box. They're congregating. Yeah. I don't like cutting my trees down. I could cut a lot of branches off that thing. I like to keep them because they really do congregate on these trees really well. I mean, like swarm season, they're in here. I don't see her. She's still up in that tree. They're still flying back to the tree, the ones that are flying. So that means she's still up there, or the version that's with them. I don't know. I'm looking in here first before I dump them. She'll stick out sometimes in there. And I'll just dump them just to double check them now. She's usually a fast moving one when she does go. Okay, still looking, don't see her. They're rolling in there now. Y'all see that, I'm sure. I'm sure I'm gonna focus on that pretty well. I just like doing it this way when I've got time because if I can just easily take my time and then catch her going in, then I just put her in there in the cage and I keep her there, and they go on in all by themselves, and it's no work and it's no stress on them. And it really is. The most stress they're getting right now is me scooping them, and I'm not scooping them hard. I'm being gentle for the most part. So that's why I like to just take my time when I've got time. Now sometimes it's been evening and I've had to shake and go and run, but I do have some rain clouds, and there was some rain out. But try and scoop them a little bit more, and then we'll shake them on down in here. It's just now see they're starting to go back up. I'm looking. Now the majority of them are starting to run in, so that's good. Others are going up, but most of them now are starting to go in. None of my queens are marked, so if it's from mine, you wouldn't be able to tell either way. I quit marking my queens. I used to do it like the second or third year I was marking them, but I ended up doing more harm to my bees than good trying to mark them. It ain't worth the trouble. I don't sell them. If I do, it's to people I know, people that know me. So, all right, we're gonna have to dump them, I'm afraid. So, let's just watch them going on their own. It's just neat. But look, our numbers are coming down. The majority of them aren't going back up. Well, folks, I can't find her, and I can't get no more good scoops on it. So it's going to be about that time. Just drop them on there. I've grabbed one with my gloved hand before. It was evening, and I saw her, and I was panicking because it was my last shot, and I didn't crush her. Don't know how. They're pleased with the box. All right, it's very awkward, so we're gonna go ahead and do a shake on them. It's just awkward in the position it's in, so I'm gonna back y'all up, let y'all watch. See, can I get this thing to bend down enough to get a good quality shake out of it? You guys know what I'm talking about. They've shook them off before. Now I will put my hood on, because that's just how I do. be able to see her. You feel the air coming out of that thing. All right, I'm hoping y'all can see this. We're gonna try and do it. Starting to cloud up. All right. I'm looking for her right now while I'm trying to move y'all. So forgive my camera work while I look for the queen. Because I got a bunch in the grass. That's about got them all off of there, guys. I think she's in the box. I think I missed her. Yeah, they're done on there. You can't find her. So I'm gonna close this box. Yeah, it's like 3 frames of bees. 3 to 4. That's it. Not a big hive, not a big swarm. What are you doing down there? Who are you? We'll also look around, see if you see a clump. Alright guys, so look, I don't see any bees out in the leaves under the tree. There's none going back to the tree. There's one bee up here. She's up here. Just knocked her down. They're fanning the hive. They're staying in the hive. They're not going back to the tree. To me, that's good news. It's a good sign. I didn't see her. I'd like to let them calm down. Then maybe see if we can scope her out. Alright, so I'm gonna let them settle down. I'm gonna come back in a little bit. Alright folks, heading back out. Check on this box. I sat on the porch, enjoyed the weather for a little bit. And I want to go through it and see if I can find this queen. Now they're all in. They don't appear to have went into any other trees. I'm sure they're still in here. She's in there. I'd like to cage her and bring her down the road. But I'm gonna take a look in there. See if we can find her and get this thing wrapped up. So here we go. Cage. Look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4 frames. So what, about 2 pounds of bees? Not a terrible swarm. And if it was from mine, a super good swarm. You know why? We call that a natural split. Letting them do it for me. That means we kept them. Now I had 5 swarms out here last year, and I think 2 or 3 were from my hive and 2 weren't. That's just a fact. Don't ask me why the thing with her, she's gonna be in a clump. She'll probably be on the, this is a terrible piece of comb. I just stuck it in there for them to have something, but that's gonna have to go. That's something I should have put in a swarm box, a swarm bait box. All right, they're festooning across the comb. That's always a good thing, but she'll probably be in a clump somewhere. All right, girls. Oh yeah, they're festooning big time. Oh, there she is. Got her. I see her. She just crossed over to the other side. There she is. Where'd you go? I seen you, girl. I know you're in there. Just saw her. There she is. Oh God, that's a virgin, I believe. Yeah, I got her. She may not be. You know, they shrink those queens down, you guys know. They run them around or whatever they do. My arm was probably in the way the whole time. I didn't really just that tripod. But apparently they run these bees, they skinny them up for flight. But she could be the main queen, just smaller. But I'm still gonna look for more. But she was pretty small. I will give you this, that is definitely a tip. Be careful with those metal queen cages, those queen clips. Because what'll happen is you'll bend them a little bit if you keep them in your pocket. And it'll bow this out just a hair, and even a full-size queen will get out. Because see, right now, she'll walk, there she goes. She can't get out, she's kind of small. But you get a little bend, and there she went. You get a little bend, and they'll come right on out of there. So she's pretty small, so we're gonna look for another one. If we got another one, I know where she can go. I got a hive for her. Last year in a hive colony on one of these trees, I found 2. Look at them getting on that cage. What are you doing in there? And I'm going to put a queen excluder on this thing. We're going to get these bees on in here. Why are they getting so flighty like this? Maybe it's just because I opened it. Get them all back in and settled. Well, we found her. I'm out here in a clip right now. Hey folks, well, got all that stuff done after work. Got that swarm put in that box. Went back out, found the queen, put her in a cage. I'm moving that down the road, so I don't want to leave her in a cage down there. If I have her here, I'll leave her in a cage because I can come back in a day or two. Pull her out, and I know they're established. But swarms, a lot of times, you want her to get laying as soon as possible. But if she's a virgin, because she's pretty small, you know, toss up. So, if I go ahead and move her down the road, I'll put this in. This goes on the entrance, queen excluder. What I know I've got to be careful with is the distance between the bottom and that first rung. These things can get bent. And so, you got to be careful with that. But other than that, these things work pretty good. That way I can leave that on. Yes, you won't have any drones coming and going, but I can leave that on for a few days and it doesn't hurt. At least she can move free and begin to get laying as they begin to build wax. So that's the deal with that. Once you're done with it, pull it off. You're finished. That's my daily routine. Come out here, check for swarms. See a swarm, catch it up, put it on a stand. You know, do it again the next day. Anyway, it's hot, it's humid out here. I'm gonna go on and get this thing wrapped up, get that queen out of there, and put that on, and do that thing. Actually, I'll probably do that when I get on site. And then get her on down the road. So look, I appreciate y'all watching, appreciate y'all hanging with me. I appreciate all y'all that have been watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure and give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is free. Doesn't cost you anything. And when you hit the notification bell, you get to see every time I upload one, you get notified, and you can know when to go on and plan your evening around it. How about that? Hey, don't forget to share it with your friends, your family, anybody that enjoys watching bees. And again, I sure do appreciate everybody watching. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a great evening, and God bless y'all.